Ako si Thricia, 21 taong gulang, isa akong estudyante sa isang tanyag na universidad kung saan pinangarap ko o pangarap kong maging manunulat. Online class ang ganap namin ngayon at hindi ko tuloy makita ang crush ko. Nandito lang ako sa bahay kasama aking mga kapatid at ina. Ang ama ko naman ay nagtatrabaho. Mahilig akong kumain, magbasa, manood ng kung ano-ano mga pelikula. Ang kaibigan ko ay sina CLICHÉ at Kim Dami. Isama mo na rin si Hanyojo. Lahat kami ay magaganda. Stop right there. Are your story plots old, predictable, derivative, boring, or cliché? Glad you're here. Hello everyone, this is Thricia, an author. And while I am browsing through Facebook, I stumbled into an interesting post. And yeah, it discussed 25 signs that your story plot is old, predictable, boring, or cliché. Now, this is the second sign. At kung hindi mo pa napapanood ang unang parte ng video, feel free to click somewhere up there or on the description box. There, I tackled about these words in general and discussed about the title that contains such cliché words na sabi nga nila, or sabi nga sa post, ay karaniwang pinagmumugaran ng story plots are old, predictable, derivative, boring, or cliché. Again, if you're not familiar about these words, I suggest that you watch the part 1 dahil nagbigay ako doon ng ample amount of information. Second sign daw, it is stated there that your first paragraph already revealed everything about the protagonist. The story plots mo, ang story plot mo ay old, derivative, predictable, boring, or cliché if doon pa lang or sa first paragraph pa lang na-reveal na ang kung ano-anong impormasyon about sa main character natin or sa protagonist. Bibigyan kita ng halimbawa. Ako si Thricia, 21 taong gulang, isa akong estudyante sa isang tanyag na universidad kung saan pinangarap ko o pangarap kong maging manunulat. Online class ang ganap namin ngayon at hindi ko tuloy makita ang crush ko. Nandito lang ako sa bahay kasama aking mga kapatid at ina. Ang ama ko naman ay nagtatrabaho. Mahilig akong kumain, magbasa, manood ng kung ano-ano mga pelikula. Ang kaibigan ko ay sina CLICHÉ at Kim Dami. Isama mo na rin si Hanyojo. Lahat kami ay magaganda. Stop right there. Ganito. Writing a great opening line isn't as simple as trying to write or typing once upon a time, o hindi naman kaya maglagay ng talambuhay ng mga karakter mo sa unang eksena pa lang o sa unang talata. The first scene of your novel needs to capture your reader's attention and introduce them to the characters. Again, disclaimer, I'm not an expert. I'm not claiming to be one. Katulad nyo, I am doing a lot of research. I am reading books to learn para na rin magamit ko sa sarili kong journey at i-share doon sa mga gusto pang matuto. Katulad nyo lang din ako. I struggle a lot of times. Pero instead of being down because I have flaws and I'm not perfect, ginugugol ko madalas yung oras ko para mag-aral. Because, di ba, alam naman natin that learning is a continuous process. Kaya if you're an author who I truly adore because you're open for improvements, a writer or someone who wanted to write but afraid to touch their own pen, or if you're just curious about all these story plots, feel free to continue watching. At habang ginagawa mo yun, you can also click the like and share button para marami-rami at malayo-layo rin ang marating ng video ito. Siyempre, that would be much appreciated, and most importantly, make that red subscribe button gray and give me support. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching this, siguro you are at the edge of deciding or choosing the writing career or the path, or meron ka na ding stories na binubuo sa isip mo or nagsusulat ka na. Alam ko, sa una, hindi talaga magiging madali. And for those writer who are especially on their starting line, mahirap i-cross yung bridge. You can just get out of your comfort zone. Yung kasi yung common conflict or mistakes, like some would just give you words such as you need to get out of your comfort zone and stuff, but won't understand you being there for being afraid to get out. Ako kasi, dumaan ako sa ganyan. Before para akong linta na nakadikit lang sa mga clichés na yan, mga unforgettable events, mga unpredictable events, Ayun. Pero was that a bad thing? No. Kasi I learned because of that. Yun yung gusto kong maintindihan nyo. You don't have to stop writing every time you feel like you can't reach other authors. You should have your own pace. Minsan, mahirap lang matanggap, pero that's reality. I am telling you, in order for you to improve, you need to embrace the things that you lack. Kailangan maging aware ka muna sa kung ano yung mali, sa kung ano yung kulang bago mo yun maitama. And to give you tips about writing your first paragraph, I researched. Sinigurado kong concrete ang sasabihin ko dahil I know that you'll take this as a base to start, to be motivated and inspired. My videos can reach a small amount of audience, sometimes nakaka-down, but as much as I wanted to reach out to those writers who are confused and afraid, those who need help, I know na hindi ako pwedeng tumigil, lalong-lalo na dahil lang sa rason na yun. Sooner or later, may makakakita, may kakailanganin ng tulong, may mga tanong na gustong masagot, and I want to be there for them. Sa totoo lang kasi, when I started writing, wala talaga akong mapagtanungan sa surroundings ko, sa family, kahit sa mga malalayong kamag-anak namin. None of them are writers, kahit sana hindi novel writers, kahit mga news writers, kahit sa editorial, kahit hindi fiction, wala talaga sa amin ganun. And my friends, they're all interested on other stuffs. Ayun, I can just reach any people na pwede kong mapagtanungan, pwede kong maging mentor. Kaya siguro, yun yung naging inspiration ko to create such content. Like, if you ever felt that way, the same way na naramdaman ko before, I am here. I'm not an expert, neither a professional, pero yun, lapit ka lang. I'll be your mentor. Kasi ako kapag naalala ko yung mga pinagdaanan ko, na minsan kailangan kumapit sa sarili, kailangan ko mag-aral mag-isa, kausapin yung sarili just to produce a good for nothing stories. Parang nasisenti ako. But anyways, enough for all of that. Bago ang drama, kailangan muna nating matutunan kung paano nga ba ito. Paano nga ba tayo makakagawa ng best opening paragraph na hindi nila titigilan hanggat hindi natatapos. That's the goal. First, you have to state your theme. Hindi literal, okay? Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na, itong story na to is about my family, my love life, my friendship to others, and so on. I'll give you an example. Diba? Sabi ko nga, I ask other authors to drop their stories because I plan to make a review after reading it, yung para lang sa mga authors na willing makarinig ng other opinions about their work, such as constructive criticisms. And so, kung sa previous video o sa part 1 nito, ay nagbigay ako ng comments about their titles. Ngayon, sa unang paragraph, or maybe sa unang scene from the introductory part, I'll read you an example from Outside of the Zone by Miss Pates. This is Gwen's point of view. We, humans, are now living in a place where everyone should stay within our range. A place where normal could be seen behind barriers. This is a place where lies and truth sit on the same table. And the place where living reflects illness, who lost its own cure. And they lost me. Here, sobrang interesting niya to the point that the author already state her theme. Ano sa tingin niyo yung theme? For me, kahit iyan pa lang yung nabasa ko sa story niya, nasisense ko na parang author mistakes, hula ko lang to. Wala akong isang idea about the story at hindi ko pa talaga nababasa yung mga kasunod ng part na yan. Sa tingin ko, it is about a new world na posibleng mangyari o dumating sa atin. A place that is horrible and out of our control. It might be a science fiction or fantasy. Ayun. May curious factor ba? Yes. Would it be memorable for a reader like me? Definitely. Bawat salita, parang pinipilit ako ng author na basahin yung kwento. See? Ayun yung sinasabi ko. You have to state that theme. And instead of blabbering about the characters, kung sino-sino ba yung mga yan, kung ano favorite niyang pagkain, kung anong hobbies niya, why not give a concrete theme, a precise pitch that we should be expecting? Next is begin with a strange detail. Ito, super cute and very recommended by me since I love mysteries. Anyways, next is begin with a strange detail. Isa yun sa way para makuha natin o mas pagdiinan palalo or itodo pa natin yung curiosity na nararamdaman ng mambabasa or possible nilang maramdaman habang binabasa yung story mo. Yun, pa-mysterious, sabi nga, nakaka-intriga. Now, kung nai-intriga ka as a reader, ano kaya sa tingin mo susunod mong magiging action? Anong susunod mong gagawin, di ba? You sit down, read that book or that story. Para mas maintindihan nyo, I'll give another example from my co-author. This is from Devilarity in I Woke Up Dead. She wrote this first scene or paragraph like this. Sa gabing iyon, habang nag-aaway, tila mga napakatulis na mga punyal na patuloy na sumasaksak sa dibdib at kaluluwa ko ang kanyang mga salita. Mga sigaw niya ng pagkabigo sa aking mga ginawa ay tila unti-unti nang nilalamon ng kakarampot na kapayapaan na napagkaunawa namin papanatilihin sa aming relasyon. Hanggang sa wakas, pati ang kakaunting hibla ng pasensya ko ay nilamon na rin ang aking galit at sipayo. Pilit kong binalik sa kanya ang mga masasakit na salitang kanina niya pa binabato sa akin. Sinubukan ko pang higitan ng mga iyon. Habang nagbabiyahe sa gitna ng madilim na kalsada, napuno ang sasakyan ko ng mga sigawan naming dalawa. An opening line can hook readers by introducing an uncanny detail right off the bat. Sa binasa ko, ano kaya ang naiisip niyong nangyayari? Alam niyo na ba agad na may mali? In the first paragraph, readers should understand that something is unusual about the world in that novel. Si Devilarity or the author wrote that in a way na mapapaisip tayo that the characters both sounds desperate. And at that time, kasi tayo, di ba, at times that we feel desperate, may mga nagagawa tayong hindi natin ginusto o hindi inaasahan. We are hooked. I am, honestly, hindi ko pa man masasabi ng malinaw yung review or opinion ko sa story. But here's one thing that I'm sure of. I-off ko tong video para lang magbasa. After stating your theme, giving us a strange detail to intensify our curiosity, you can try to establish your character's voice. Paano to? Diba? You need to give the readers the sense of the main character's point of view. Katulad ng sabi ko kanina, hindi mo sila kailangang ipakilala. Let the readers know more about them by giving us their point of view. Ano bang klaseng babae siya? Sino ba siya? What does she do? Like, what does she do like with her life? Ano bang purpose niya sa kwento? Ano ba yung goal niya? Everything. For another example, I'll give you her husband on a wheelchair. Mabilis ang pagmamaneho ko sa sasakyan ko. Kung gaano kabilis ang kotse, ganoon din kabilis umago sa mga luha ko sa aking pisngi. Kahit anong gawin kong pagpunas ay walang nangyayari, hindi siya tumitigil. I closed my eyes to calm myself. Huminga ako ng malalim, saka muling iminulat ang aking mga mata. Tiningnan ko ang aking bilis. I decided na gawin na lamang iyong normal speed. Kumunot ang aking noo nang hindi siya nagbabago. Nanatili siyang mabilis. Sinubukan kong galawin ng manibela pero wala itong epekto. Nakaramdam ako ng pagpapanik. Tinapakan ko ang brake ng kotse pero napansin kong sira ito. No, it can't be. Taranta kung saan. Sino ang babae? Ano ang nangyayari? And why is she in a hurry? Bakit siya umiiyak? Now, with this strategy, you try to establish your character's voice by thinking a simple, effective way to introduce a protagonist's general attitude and tone in the opening paragraph. Huwag yung sinabi ko kanina na ako si Thricia, ganito ganyan ako, ganito yung edad ko, estudyante ako sa ganito. Because as a reader, I'll have this judgment or a question, why? Bakit ko pababasahin kung kilala ko na? Alam ko na yung halos lahat ng information tungkol sa bida. Diba? Minsan kasi we are curious not just about the story, but dun sa character as well. Kung paano sila magde-develop, kung ano yung mga personalities nila. And hindi siya magiging ganun ka-effective if sa una pa lang, unang-unang paragraph, unang-unang scene, you already told us every bit of her or him. You already told us everything na pwede namin malaman tungkol sa bida. Yes, I know this won't be easy, but you have to try. Next is you need to somehow introduce your narrative style. Dito na rin papasok yung mga technicalities, gaano ka ba kalinis magsalita, gaano ba kalinis yung takbo ng sinusulat mo, are your words easy to read, to understand. In this way, like if you have a signature style of writing, you can let it shine for the first time in your opening sentences. Iwagay mo sa kanila yung narrative, yung style mo sa writing, ganun. Wave it all to them. And the story, Candy Romance, is a good example to that. Honestly, nagustuhan ko siya. Nagustuhan ko yung story kasi doon sa way ng pag-narrate ng author, she didn't set the theme yet. Hindi rin siya nagbigay ng strange detail. Malinaw lang yung mga nangyayari. And she showed me what is happening and I am curious to know more about the book. She had a great narrative style. She writes well and it convinced and welcomed me to their world. Kaya, kahit wala siya ng mga sinabi ko, tumodo naman siya doon sa writing style or yung narrative style niya. Kaya as a reader, parang very attention-grabbing pa din niya. Very nag-look forward ako na mabasa siya, even in that strategy. I'll read you a sample. Mataas na ang sikat ng araw at ramdam ko na rin ang init na dulot nito sa aking balat. Hinihingal kong pinunasan ng pawis na tumupulong mula sa noo ko at kagad na pinulot ang tsinelas nang makita kong matamaan nila ang lata saka mabilis na tumakbo patungo sa base. Naibalik na ng taya ang lata sa pwesto nito, ngunit nasa base na kaming lahat at sa sobrang pagkainis ay sinipa niya ang lata. Very clear. Alam na natin yung nangyayari sa scene na hindi tayo masyadong na-spoil. In fact, tayo yung nag-construct ng idea kung ano ba talaga yung nangyayari, kung ano ba talaga yung ginagawa sa scene na yon. And yun, sigurado akong naglalaro sila ng Tomb of Present. And lastly, you need to set the scene. Just like how a girl who cannot write wrote The Royal Nanny, diba? Let me read that to you, everyone. Iminulat niya ang kanyang mga mata at nasilaw siya sa liwanag na nanggagaling mula sa malaking bintana na gawa na sa salamin. Bumangon siya at kinapa ang sarili. Nakasuot siya ng puting komportableng bestida at nakatakip sa kanyang isang puting kumot. Pinagmasdan niya ang kanyang paligid. Puro puti. Ang mga pader ay puti. Kahit ang mga kagamitan. Nasaan siya? Hindi siya pamilyar sa lugar. Hinawakan niya ang kanyang ulo. May benda iyon at napadaing siya ng madiinan ng pagkakahawak. Bumaba siya sa kama at lumapit sa isang pinto. Binuksan niya iyon at bumungad sa kanya ang banyo. Tinungo niya ang salamin at nagulat nang makita ang kanyang itsura. Puro sugat at pasa ang kanyang muka. May bakas na rin ng dugo ang benda sa may bandang noo niya. Pati ang mga braso at binti niya ay may mga sugat at pasa rin. The story begins by setting the scene for the main character. Nagbigay siya ng mga detalye, mapasensory or auditory details na talagang nakakatulong para mag-grab yung attention natin, ang attention ko. Pero naniniwala ako na mas may improve pa ito ng author. She needs to be aware of the usage of the words, especially nang at nang. And otherwise, it was attention-grabbing. Also, she presented an opening scene that is uncomfortable and strange. Diba? Na nag-provide pa nga ng parang creepy yung scene that we want to solve it. Nasaan siya? Diba? Bakit ganun yung sitwasyon niya? Bakit may mga sugat siya? Kahit ako, napatanong din doon. And with that, obvious na kung anong sunod kong gagawin. We really need to find that out. We need to sit, relax, and read the book. Your first paragraph, just like your book title, is the foundation of how can you grab the reader's attention. Hindi pwedeng basta-basta lang at hindi pinagplanuhan. You shouldn't reveal everything about the protagonist in the very first paragraph. Instead, make us grow on them, make us curious about what might happen next. And yun, I believe na kayang-kaya mo yun at magagawa mo yun. It must have been tough for you. Mahirap lumabas sa comfort zone mo, but I am very proud that you are doing your best to take a risk and try. Kayang-kaya mo yan. Gusto mo to, di ba? And I know that if you want something, you're always giving your all to make that yours and make it possible. In this part, sana ay marami ka rin natutunan at nakatulong ako para mas kumbinsihin ka. Walang taong ipinanganak na alam na ang lahat. We make mistakes and we learn, doon tayo nagsusurvive. Kaya wag mong ikakahiya ang gawa mo. You poured everything you have to that story. Hindi ka na pwedeng tumigil. Thank you so much for watching this, for taking time to learn and listen. Again, this is Thricia, an author. Goodbye!